Welcome to Casual Leaves, and this is the Monsoon edition. So it's been a couple of days, and I am really behind on some of my plant chores. There have been a couple of plants which need to be repotted, a couple of propagations which need to be repotted, and some cuttings to be done. And I think the weather is just so perfect, just so wonderful to do this today. Before that, I have something different to be talking about as well. So I came across this Instagram page which is called the Plant Essential Official, and they were selling these transparent containers and pots which I have been looking for since a very long time, especially these long ones and deep ones which are really great for some anthuriums and alocasias. However, I'm really more excited about the smaller containers, the 4-inch transparent containers with drainage holes, because I really need these for most of my small sized plants. And over time, I've realized that it's best to have transparent containers because they help you see the roots clearly. So I'm really excited to use these. I'm gonna start with some of these plants which I have today and go one by one with you on them. And before that, there's one other thing I want to talk about, which is this magic soil I have ordered from Amazon. It's actually a soil-less potting mix, so that's pretty exciting. I've been looking for these since a very long time, and there is this brand called IFCO which is having all kinds of plant products, utility products, and all types of soils and fertilizers and treatment solutions. So I really suggest you have a look. So this is Magic Soil. It's a soil-less premium potting mix. It has a blend of cocoa peat, perlite, manure, and some beneficial microbes and nutrients which are really good for your plants, especially the indoor rare plants. And in fact, there is a special instruction on this packet which is to keep this tightly closed, because it needs to be stored in a particular way so that the microbes are not lost. So I'm very excited to try this. I've been looking for this from a long time. And yeah, so let's get into this. So this is how it looks. This is actually the kind of soil I have seen a lot of people use, but I just couldn't get it somewhere near me. So I'm very happy I found it finally. I'm just going to start with my English ivy. I got this single stem plant from the local nursery, and it is totally root bound. There are very fine roots, but that's all there is. So I think it's started growing a lot, and it would be a good time to repot it. So let's just remove it from the pot, and here you can see it is beautifully creating roots, and it has a great root system, and it is so satisfying to see it actually. I'm not really gonna damage the system right now, and I'm not gonna open up the roots, which a lot of people do. I'm just gonna keep it the way it is and put some soil-less mix into my transparent new pots and cover it up. And this is how it's looking. The good part of these transparent pots is that you can see the roots inside it and know that the plant is healthy or not, so that's great. Next, I want to pot up my propagations of this spider plant. To be honest, this plant was very, very big. It was at least 6 times bigger. It had spider babies hanging out from it, but it didn't do well, and that's because I couldn't provide good conditions to it. But luckily, I have managed to propagate this last little bit of the plant left into this glass bottle with water. I think glass bottles and water are working really well for me, so I'm happy that the roots are there and it's doing great. Next is also my Monstera adansonii propagations. This is the only one which has worked in perlite for me. I've heard so many people say that perlite is 100% guaranteed way of rooting a plant, which is true, but I haven't had luck with it except for this plant. And it has got some amazing green and white roots, very healthy roots, but it's totally root bound in that and it needs to be repotted so that I can make my mother plant more bushier. So this is how it's looking, and I'm just going to remove some soil from my mother plant and just insert these there. Next, I need to deal with my Monstera Peru. It has been growing, but so badly. The leaves have just stopped opening up completely or enlarging in size, so I've decided to just chop it off. I'm not sure why this has happened. It did face root rot, but I repotted it into the new soil, but something is wrong, so I'm just going to chop it off and see if the propagations can work. I'm not too hopeful if the leaf sizes are going to increase. They have just curled up, not opening completely, not unfurling properly, but just gonna put this in water. Right now this seems to be my lucky container in which I rooted my spider plants. I'm really hoping this also roots well enough. So yeah, those are the plants I have worked on today. My Monstera adansonii, the spider plant, my English ivy, and the cuttings of Monstera peru. And thank you for joining me. This has been a quick monsoon chore evening for me. It's been raining really heavily and it's been the best weather right now to hang plants outside and to just enjoy the greenery. And I'll see you guys next time. Do like the video. Bye.